Welcome to another day of viewing on public access television. We hope you enjoy today's programming.
All right, welcome back. Today we are building a base game Victorian mansion. I believe it has over 8 bedrooms, I want to say, and a lot of bathrooms. Like, so many toilets. You'll never not take a shit in this house. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm like, do you ever think about why I'm not an EA game changer? And I say things like, you'll never not shit in this house. I mean, there we go. But I'm also not very performative like the other EA people. So this house. It's a very big house. It was supposed to be a witchy house. It was supposed to be an abracadabra, ooh gaga house. But, it's not anymore. So... What a horrible way to start a voiceover! It has a furnished attic, a furnished basement, it's 9 bedrooms, a bunch of bathrooms, so many toilets. There are kind of like secret passageways, kind of, in the house, on the downstairs at least. Because it is an older Victorian, I really wanted to have, like, area for, like, the servants, and, like, okay, I've been watching a lot of, oh my god, what is that show? It takes place in Newport, the Gilded Age. It's the Gilded Age. That's what it's called. And there's a lot of like the downstairs and like the cooks and the maids and the butlers, and then like upstairs with like, I'm the lady of the house, and whatever. So, in my head I was like, you know what? I don't know if they would want to have this, because like in the show they don't. If they want to have like the people like sneak around in like the shadows, that's how these old houses were built. If you were like rich, it was like Disneyland. You got a front stage, you got a backstage, just so many stages, including the politics of their society. A lot of stages. So everything was performative. Just like abracadabra, abra-una-na, abra-una-na-na-na-na. I know the words, I just don't care. So, anyway, the house. It's a great house. I love this house so much. It's the best house. It's so good. I'm in a weird mood. I can't help it. My world's on fire. How about yours? Yeah, it's been sitting on my computer for a long time. I think since, like, before Realm of Magic even came out, potentially. So, that's a long time. Because that game pack came out when exactly? I think I was still in school. Oh boy. Oh no, maybe I wasn't. Maybe I was at my job finally. I don't know. It was a long time ago. But, yeah, I finally finished it, which is good. And I think it turned out really, really nice. So, it is base game. So it's kind of really basic on the inside, but it's, it's a base game mansion. I mean, I tried to not repeat myself in the rooms, so, like, every room is different and interesting upstairs, which is good. The attic is the exception. I do have, like, workout equipment up there, and I have, like, 2 bedrooms, but they're very similar. They're just, like, really basic furniture, like black and white. Oh my god! And I was watching Pirates of the Caribbean. Or, the Caribbean? The Pirates of the Carabiner. Because the things you click on, the things that you clip on, like cliffs. Pirates of those. Anyway, so, I was watching that, and I was building this house. I don't know why that's relevant, but that attic makes me think of, I think it was, I don't know, like the one where they're searching for like the Fountain of Youth, and Jack Sparrow and the other guy are in like that ship, and they have to like run back and forth because like the ship is like not very steady on like the rocks of where it is, and like, but the treasure, I want the treasure, and then like they can't like, they gotta like keep a balance, but like they like refuse to because they're both like big ego small dick men. So there we go. I summed up the entire Pirates of the Caribbean franchise in one sentence: big ego small dick men. Easy peasy. It's very performative. You know what that means? Abracadabra! Anyway, it's a great house. It took me a while. It took me a very long time. I think the footage is, oh god, the footage. 26 minutes plus 32 plus 2.5 hours. So, that's a while. Plus, you know, building the shell, and I did the landscaping off screen, so, oh boy. And I did edit a lot out of this video, so, took me a long time. And it is base game, so you might be thinking, that sounds like too long for a base game house. Yes, but I want it to be good. I wanted this house to be perfect, because it's a base game house, and it's like a mansion, and I want the mansions to feel like, you know, not so base game. I mean, arguably, I don't think this house looks that base game. I don't know. Like, it does, obviously, because it's base game. But I don't think it looks pretty good. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. I've been playing a lot of The Sims 2 recently, actually. And not the new version, but the complete collection that was, like, free on Origin a while ago. I happened to get it, and so I was like, oh, I have it, and I do want to play the game again, because... Okay, listen. I have like a love-hate relationship with The Sims 4. I love it because the build mode is amazing. It's the best build mode we've gotten in a Sims game. However, they released that new business and hobbies trailer, and I don't know why they included the word hobbies in the title, because it's just one hobby. Like, tattoos are not a hobby. That's a profession. That's what people do for, like, that's like an artist. It's not like a hobby. No one just goes, oh, I love tattoos, it's my hobby. Not really. So, I don't know. But, it looks okay. I think the lot types are really cool. Oh, lot type, I guess, right? Because it's like one and you can live on the same, like, retail lot. But what does that mean for the older retail lots that came out with Get to Work? I have no idea. Does this pack render those, like, useless now? Pretty much. It's very weird. It's very strange. And I'm like, I don't know why you guys just didn't do, like, a pack refresh. Then again, they wouldn't have been able to charge money for it. So, but that pack desperately needs one because it's 10 years old. I don't know. I think it looks fine, but at the same time, I look at the hobby that they included, which is pottery, and I love pottery. In real life, in The Sims 2, it's great. I love it. It's relaxing, whatever. But they already gave us a jewelry making kit or pack, stuff pack, and the like chef kitchen stuff pack. Those are two different hobbies that they included already. So they've already been dividing up this pack before it even came out, which is really sus, I think, personally. So I have really mixed feelings about it. I'm a simmer. I'm still probably gonna buy it eventually and play with it and have it in my game because I'm a builder. I love retail lots anyway. Oh, my oven just went off. Hang on. Okay, I'm recording this again after a couple days. I've edited the first the first couple minutes of this video. Wow. Yeah, I mean, abracadabra is still stuck in my head a couple days later, but not to the extent that it was like a week ago when I filmed this. I am laughing. That is ridiculous. Hi, hello. I'm from the future. No, I'm not. I'm from the past, but the future for my old self. What am I talking about? It's 8 a.m. and I didn't sleep last night. So that's where I'm at. I think my oven went off because I was making mac and cheese, which honestly, like, I'm not a fan of like frozen mac and cheeses. Like, I'm just not a fan. But we got one and it was like ziti pasta, you know, like, but it was actually like it wasn't that bad. It had like real Parmesan in it, which you're probably like, wow, like real Parmesan, wow, like, but no, it was actually pretty okay. So it wasn't like Stouffer's. Like Stouffer's gets like really like mushy. I don't know. I'm like, if it's not crispy, I don't want it. I guess that should just be a bumper sticker. If it's not crispy, I don't want it. Anyway, abracadabra, abracadabra, unana. You know what? I really want to know what that album's gonna be. It's called Mayhem, and it supposedly has like a whole bunch of different genres on it. It has just a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm just like, I haven't seen the internet so excited for a Lady Gaga album since I was in like middle school. Like, we're back. This is really, and like people on Twitter are like, oh my god, like Satan. She is the embodiment of Satan. And I'm here like, we are so back. If people are comparing Lady Gaga to Satan, like, y'all don't realize we're back. This is like, this is peak Gaga with like the Illuminati and Satan and the Bible. And I'm like, she's actually kind of religious. Like, she's like a religious person. Pretty sure she like prays before every single show. It's just funny though. I'm like, do y'all even know? Like, she's using these as references because she knows them and she's familiar with them. So she's like Judas. Hello? I think she even says like it's an insult that complements time.
But in the cultural sense, I just speak in future tense. Judas is me as offense to where it comes the next time.
Okay, I stand corrected. What the fuck is an ear condom? What kind of sex are you having? What? Okay, I thought it was like an insult that complements time. Like, it's not gonna end because the Bible, and it's a reference that everyone's gonna understand. Alright, that threw me for a bit of a loop. Okay. Anyway, how are you? How's it going? How we holding up in the future? Cause I don't know when this is being posted now. I have no idea. It's taken like a week and a half to get out to record, so I mean, who knows? But anyway, yeah, I'm really excited for her new album, Mayhem, right? Because she's like really inspired by like David Bowie and Prince, and if you listen to her first album, Fame or The Fame, I'm a fake fan. I think it's The Fame or Fame, I don't know. Not The Fame Monster, not quite yet, but The Fame. She has a bunch of unreleased songs on that, which are on YouTube, and she samples David Bowie in a couple of them. Like Fancy Pants, I believe, samples it. But just, I'm so excited for it. I don't know, and I'm just, okay, so, I'll never forget that when I was working my first job, right, she released tickets for the Chromatical Ball, and I was working second shift, and like no one was like around. I think my boss was like on lunch, and one of my like older coworkers, I looked at her and I was like, I may have made a mistake. She's like, oh god, like what'd you do? And I was like, no, nothing with like work, but I bought expensive tickets to go see Lady Gaga at Fenway Park. And she was like, that's not a mistake. Like, I hope you have fun. Like, I wish I had those tickets. And I was like, yeah, but it's a big purchase. She's like, yeah, but it's like, you're gonna have a great time. We didn't realize the pandemic was happening, you know. We were labeled essential workers, and so we weren't, you know, that's a whole nother story. We weren't really essential workers. He was lying just to get government money. Anyway, so the show was postponed for like 2-ish years, and I was kind of afraid because, you know, I don't want to say she moves on, but she's constantly like reinventing, constantly creating. So I was kind of afraid that she was in like a different headspace for the Chromatical Ball versus like when she made it, you know? So, but she wasn't, I don't think. So that it was a great show, and I remember my brother who hadn't heard the album yet. Like imagine going to a live show and not hearing the album first. Maybe that's just how he does things. Apparently, wild. But she opened with I think Poker Face, Paparazzi, and Bad Romance, and so he was jamming. He was like bopping, and then he didn't know any of the songs, and she got to 911. He's like a metalhead. He's not like an EDM fan. He's not like, electronic dance music is not like his jam. But for some reason 911, those flashing lights, she had this massive stadium rig, and I swear to God it was like she must have changed it later in like the tour, because it was like seizure inducing. Every single beat, it was like with like the lights. It was bonkers. Bonkers. Love that song. Anyway, but he loved that song. And then I think the encore was some song from like Top Gun Maverick. But girl, I left. Like I could hear her singing outside. Like I was outside the stadium at this point, and I could still hear her singing. But I was like, I gotta beat this fucking traffic, because the way that Fenway is set up, it's like, it's not a modern city. Like Boston is like an old ass city. It's like a European city. It wasn't designed. So, of course, like the roads get so congested. They're horrible. Fenway, there's not really an easy way to park at Fenway. So, it's just, yeah, it was a nightmare. We were stuck in traffic for like an hour trying to get out of there. And I left before the encore. Wasn't early enough, apparently. I should have just fucking stayed and listened to her sing her final song. I feel kind of wasted, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It was a great show. Look at that, we're in the basement. This is a perfect space for your gambling, and yeah. That was a great transition. Thank you, me. I put some like storage down here, just like, whatever. A lot of nefarious acts probably happen in this basement. I think I put like a bed down here as well, so someone might live down here. I don't know. It's a mystery. Who lives in the basement? I don't know. There's also there's a full setup down here. There's like a kitchen. There's like a crafting station I put in as well. There's a lot of stuff in this house. It's a full house. Not with John Stamos. Josh Stamos? No, John Stamos. I don't care what his name is. The Greek yogurt guy. You know how Dannon, the Dannon lady? Or is it Activia? No, it's the Dannon lady. Jamie Lee Curtis? JP Nee Kerpis? Is that her name? Yeah, right? That's her name. You know her. You know she. You know her. Anyway, I am just talking because it's... I'm not good at voiceovers. People are like, oh, make like a podcast. I want to hear you talk. And I'm here like, I don't want to talk. I am bad at this. Keys on the wall. I've been watching so much of the Trixie and Katya's podcast. When I said keys on the wall, my brain said bone sticking out, bone sticking out. I don't even know what they're referencing. When Katya says that, I have no idea. I just know it from that. So I'm referencing a reference, which is not a good thing. But there you go. I love that podcast. There's something about the Trixie and Katya podcast. It's just two people just kind of hanging out. And sometimes I do have to skip around in their podcast because they talk about sex so much, and I'm just like, no, thank you. I literally skip around in episodes because I'm just like, I am not here for this. I want you guys to talk about dumb shit. This is not at all. Anyway, that's just me being me, and I'm clutching my pearl necklace. That's just what I do. Yeah. Bone sticking out. Bone sticking out. Russian pop music is interesting. Katya got me kind of interested in that. That's fun, right? I don't know what else to talk about. This house is pretty much finished. You've seen it. Should I sing Abracadabra again? I don't think I should do that. Because, copyright and all that. We should just, sit in silence, yeah? Okay. Bye!
It's obvious all along. Number one. It's obvious all along. I'm just living that life on the track, 'cause I got it still.